I will never claim to be professional at this or anything.
Well, especially not that. You got to be careful with other people's equipment. If they want to destroy
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Where's my notification? We are supposedly on the air. What? Live now. There we go. I think we're live and on the air. That's a weird thing, isn't it? Catching just a couple seconds off.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Truman's a little bit sluggish today, as you can tell. He's just sitting here doing nothing. Yeah. He doesn't have any nervous energy or anything.
Feeling good.
Oh my goodness.
Still not even awake yet. Let's go. I do this in my sleep. This is my sleep animation, bro.
Yeah. There we go. I couldn't hear myself. I could hear you a little bit, but here we go. Yeah, we're good.
Better?
Yeah, we're good.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Testing.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Roundtable. As you see, BJ has had a makeover.
Yes.
BJ is not here this morning. His dad died a few days ago, and last I heard, he was on his way to Dallas. So
safe travels, brother.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with you, man. And of course, if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of us.
That's for sure.
Yeah, not a good thing.
No.
I don't think it comes as a complete surprise to him, but it's still not an easy thing to deal with.
Not a thing you can ever really prepare for. That's for sure.
No. Unfortunately, with people like me, I'll never die because I'm just too damn mean. But that's all on me.
It's going to be Randy and Cockroaches. Let's do this.
That sounds like a band.
Randy and the Cockroaches.
Yeah.
Definitely punk. Possibly rockabilly.
Okay.
My boy. Love you, BJ. You be safe.
Hey, man. Good morning, BJ.
Just for you, bro, we're going to start off with some old school country, BJ. This one's for you.
That's so mean. That is so mean.
No, we're going to start off with Tragos, bro. You ready?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll eventually announce the show on the air because
one of these days.
Ooh, I'm having trouble with my phone. Supposedly, I will not have to deal with this after today. My phone is supposed to be in town somewhere.
Nice.
It's about time for a new one.
Getting you a new one? Got you?
Yeah, you got to be careful with those phones. You hit a certain point and everything just goes wonky.
I've only ever bought the $30 ones, and those are wonky out the gate. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh.
You good? I'm just tuning up, sorry.
You know what helps? Where are we?
Check 1 2, testing.
Orange. Wait. Orange. Okay, there we go. That's why. Okay. You know what helps if I get my colors right?
Muting the wrong channels?
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody can actually see it from where they are on the video. I think it's a little bit too much to ask that you can tell this, but I tend to color code my cables. And yeah, I've been turning on and adjusting the red cable while I'm on an orange cable today. And you're on green today.
I'm on green?
Yeah.
Usually get left on red, so that's nice.
I get usually left in brown, but that's something else. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So, this is. Oh, that's me. So this is the last week before the new year. This is the last week of 2022.
It is, in fact, isn't it?
So it's been such a great year. Yeah.
A little better than the year before. A little better each year, right?
Depends on your point of view. Depends on what you do. Yeah, I read a political column, so guess what?
Oh, my boy's feeling political today.
Oh, I'm not going there. But yeah, there is something that's come up that I think is kind of cool. It snuck up on me. Today is somebody's birthday.
Oh, yeah?
If they were still with us, they would be 100 years old today. Stanley.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah.
Salute you.
He did not survive that many years past his wife, which everything I know about them, I'm not terribly surprised. That was a real love story there.
That tends to happen, man. That's crazy thing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's out of limbo. Apparently X-Men are getting the mutants are getting their title back, aren't they?
Yes, it's gonna be weird. Technically, they've already brought up the idea of mutants in the Marvel universe, Marvel cinematic. Well, the Marvel, cinematic universe. It's all cinematic. It's all tied in. The TV shows, the movies. It's all tied into the same universe now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've already mentioned the word mutant in Ms. Marvel. Nice. So, and by the way, when they mentioned it in the background, the music changed up and they played that little intro guitar riff from the X-Men animated series.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Of course, Deadpool is about to come into the Marvel Universe mainstream with Deadpool 3, which will not be Disneyed up. It will not be made family friendly. So that's cool. And it will be starring not only Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, but Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. So hell yeah.
I like that commercial though.
Those guys are nuts. Both of them are.
They're like best friends too. That's excellent. Oh, that's gonna be cool, man. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I heard there's a new. My little brother was telling me there's a new Spawn in the making.
Supposedly, we'll see. It's supposed to be a live action. We'll see how they do. I always cross my fingers when they talk about that particular title. You never can tell.
BJ says thank you, love you, bro.
Yeah, man. Hope you're doing well. We miss you this morning.
Yeah, it's not the same, bro. I need you to play some of those classics that I can do little noodles over with all 5 strings.
Yeah. Well, eventually you'll have a full set of strings again.
One of these days, the doctor tells me the same.
Well, you'll have a full set of strings, literally. Figuratively, I don't know if that's ever going to work.
Working with a banjo up there, bro. We'll be fine.
That Truman, he's just a few strings short of a guitar. Okay. Now I'm getting to put the show up online.
There we go.
How horrible is that?
No worries.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Right now, I put up the I turn on my phone, I access an app, and half the time it just shuts it down. So yeah, there was a time you could have a phone, it would work the same all the time, no matter how long you had it. But it was for making phone calls. Who needs that crap anymore?
You know what's wild? The banana no longer is the closest food resembling a telephone. The Pop-Tart is.
There is that. However, there's still money in the Banana Shack.
I'll give you that. That's fine.
And I wonder how many people got that one. Yeah. Some of us spend our free time when we're not playing guitar, just watching TV and movies. So yeah, we can speak in pop culture references that it gets a little annoying at times.
You mean you don't do both at the same time?
Oh yeah, I've been known to. It's a little weird. Anyway, okay,
yes,
so
moving right along, sir.
Got to give a heads up as to what happened last week, because last week was my second time hosting open mic over at Picacho Peak.
Yes,
which was awesome, and I appreciate you and Alondra came out.
Always, bro.
Yeah.
it's really cool. Make sure you
Ah,
guys, even if you don't play, you're not a musician, make sure you make it out to Picacho Peak Brewing and just go check it out. They have these killer food deals. It's like $10 for a pizza, and their pizzas are delicious, all homemade. And then it's buy one get a burger half off. Buy
yeah.
one get one half off burgers. And then of course all the musicians coming out, and Randy's had it packed last
Yeah.
2-3 weeks.
It was weird because you two were the only ones that were there 2 weeks in a row. Everybody from the first week weren't able to come out, so we ended up with a whole group of other people. We ended up with 10 performers instead of 7 from the last week, so we grew, and
Mhm.
they were all people, new people. Um, and we had some veterans, we had some current performers, we had a kid that's a complete newbie.
Yeah, you were telling me about him. A gentleman is in the military,
Yeah,
and he
he's actually
wants
been
to
on
be
this
a
show
singer.
before.
Yeah, yeah, you're saying, huh? Back when it was you and Daisy hosting. Huh?
Yeah. It was cool because he wanted to, but didn't know anything about where to go, how to proceed, how to do any of that. And I was like, why don't you come on the show? It'll be cool to talk to you because you're coming from a point of view that's totally different than any of us. And plus, here's Daisy sitting there, Daisy Blue, who's been doing this for a while, so she'll have some insight that I can't help you with. But yeah, they came out, and I really couldn't help them with it. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't playing anything, and I wasn't even taking lessons. And only one person on this planet at that point knew that I was writing anything, and that was actually 2 people, but Daisy was one of them. So yeah, nobody even knew I was doing any of that. So yeah,
Now you're our local songwriter, inspiring everyone else to do the same.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I mean, you got everyone going. You even had me play a couple of originals on the show
Yeah.
a few times. I don't remember what songs they were or how they even went, but I know you got me to play a couple.
We got to get you to do it more often because yeah, you're definitely a rote memory kind of guy. And I have a new follower, a new friend on Facebook.
Nice.
Just opened it up to put everything up, and I've got this alert that actually your girlfriend Alondra sent me a friend request, which is cool because I couldn't friend her because I had no idea what her last name was.
Ceniceros.
But yeah,
say that 3 times fast.
I'm not gonna.
She's been going out to the open mics and actually reading her poetry, and
Yeah,
I'm not saying this because she's a lovely lady of mine, but Jesus Christ, she's an amazing spoken word poet. And it
Oh, yeah.
blows my mind.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't have to worry about it just being, you're biased because if you take a look around, whenever she's doing this stuff, you watch people and everybody
She
stops.
had people crying.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those times, Jesus.
Oh yeah. She's very strong at what she does, and she's a good reason to come out to open mic just to hear her.
Come on out and check it out. She's like, I have to have new ones ready. Randy's gonna make me do it, and I was like, yeah, he probably is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's easy for me to make her do it because all I do is tell her, says you're gonna, and she's just like, she just goes, okay. It's not like I'm not having to hold her down and make her do it. She just when you tell her you have to, that's all it takes. Which tells me she's ready.
She gets nervous about it, but man, she has no need to be. Telling her, I was like, dude, it's absolutely awesome. And then Randy was even getting up there, getting out of his comfort zone a little bit,
big time
with the young man.
Big time out of my comfort zone. I can sight read a little bit. I've never sight read in front of an audience. But yeah, he wanted to play a song that I knew the song. Yeah, we're basically I was gonna have you play with him because I figured, he's gonna want to do some Elvis or something like that. I know you know that stuff. And then he says, yeah, Writing with Private Malone, David Ball. It's like, I know you don't know that song. And I haven't heard it in forever, and I'm not entirely sure. And he was singing in a totally different key, which threw things off weird, but we got through it. I don't transpose on the spot. I can transpose a song. It takes me about 3 days. So, yeah. But yeah, it was fun. He got up there. He sang 3 more songs.
Yeah, I missed
Acapulco.
a couple of them, but I heard I caught the tail end of one of them.
He's got a
And
heck of a good bass voice, and he's coming out again tomorrow night apparently. So
that's cool.
yeah.
Then we had some lovely old school blues players out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Rush Cleveland came out, and I can never remember his friend that comes out and plays harmonica with him.
Mark, you know?
Is it? That sounds about right.
Yeah. And man, that was cool. That was cool.
Roger, one of the older guys in town, came out and played. Yeah, we basically got
cool.
got a bunch of young guys, and we've got a handful of old guys that. I'm a new player, but I'm an older guy.
Fits into both worlds,
or fits into neither. One of the two, whichever works. But yeah, it was a blast. And I got to try one of Picacho Peaks Brewery's burgers for the first time.
How was the burgers?
Holy
their pizzas are amazing.
Crap. Yeah, they're char grilled burgers. They're so good. And yeah, I misspoke because he was telling me about burgers last week. David, the guy who does a lot of the running of the place, he's one of the partners in keeping it going. Him and Xavier. And David was telling me about burger last week, and he says, "Yeah, we got one. It's got bacon on it, and of course cheese, and it's got green chili." And I was telling him, "Yeah, I think I want that burger this week with the bacon and the jalapenos." And I says, "Wait a minute, I mean green chili." And he says, "Do you want jalapenos too?" He says, "I like jalapenos. We can put those on there." So yeah, I had a burger with bacon, green chili, and jalapenos, and oh man, the burger's amazing. Their fries are obviously home done. I don't know what the batter is they use on it because they're nice and crisp. And,
everything's there home done. Those pizzas they're not frozen, that's for sure.
No, it's all good. And their drinks are amazingly good. It's one of my 2 favorite breweries in town now.
It's cool. Their ciders are delicious, man.
I was surprised.
I get half a cider in and I am gone.
Yeah, the seltzer drinks are not normally my thing, but I got one of the watermelon things. Really, really good. I have to be real careful because I want to try all their beers at some point. Which is a hard
one night.
Yeah, and it's a hard thing to do because I keep going back to their stout, which is just so damn good.
Hey man, everyone's got their picks, their choices.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's what was going on.
You're pretty much the only game in town right now with the open mic.
Yeah. The only other open jams that were going on were the ones that Chris Baker was doing at Rio Grande Winery on the first Wednesday of the month, and then every Monday at NM Vintage. And those are now postponed until the weather gets warmer. Last Monday was the last one at NM Vintage until the weather changes. So that's the problem with doing them outdoors. We're inside.
Yeah.
So
come check it out. Yeah. Stay nice and warm.
And once it gets warmer, we may end up doing some other neat stuff because David over there was talking about how what would you think about this? About us having an open mic outside. We've got fire pits. I was like, ooh, that would be fun. That would be a blast. And yeah, there's some cool stuff that we can do with that.
That sounds exciting, bro. I love what you're doing, and I'm excited for you to keep on doing it. And I might not be able to make it this week, but we'll definitely try to make it out as much as we can.
Yeah. Well, this is the last week of the year. It's right before New Year's, so I know it's a little rough on people. But yeah, God, we had 10 people performing, and we still had everybody do 4 songs. I don't know how much longer we'll be able to do that as the numbers go up, but yeah, I figure 4 is a good starting point when you don't know how many people are going to be there, and if it works out, you stay with those. You can always pull them off. We actually had the first guy on the list get up at the end of the night and play 2 more. Because,
I was going to say, you even had a repeat. So that's cool.
I was like, we could have them play 1 song and have somebody else play 1 song. I was like, oh. But for an open mic, that seems weird. But 2 songs, and then we'll see if we got enough time. We didn't quite make it. And Gary Costley came out from Albuquerque, who he's just got to move down here. You said it yourself.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got to
Like,
move
what are you
down here.
doing in Albuquerque, bro?
Yeah, he posted some stuff online about the open mic, and one of his friends from up there commented, "Says Las Cruces, that's a long way to go for an open mic." It's like, yeah, he doesn't come down for an open mic. He's got family here, so he's doing that sort of thing. But he's always looking for one when he comes down, and I was so happy to let him know there was one.
He's an awesome musician.
Oh yeah, he's weird. His mind doesn't work like normal people, and he puts songs together that are not normal, and they're awesome.
Like his, I finally got to hear the rest of his Beastie Boy medley. That was so cool.
Oh yeah,
that, and then he does. I like the songs he writes about, like Breaking Bad or Soda Town. That's a cool one. Jesus, he's an amazing songwriter, and it's so cool to watch. So
he's got a song about.
Get a chance to check him out. Come do it.
Yeah, he's got a song about religion that could be offensive, but really isn't.
It's funny.
It's funny. So
doubling down on religion because he doesn't know which way to go. So
he's gonna make sure he's as covered as possible.
He's a Jewish, Catholic, Muslim.
There was something else in there.
Scientologist.
Oh, Scientologist. That's what it was. Yeah.
Trying to get to heaven, but don't know where to start.
Oh yeah. He's a neat guy. And yeah, you never know what he's pulled out, because he played one I'd never heard before. So, you never can tell with that guy.
No, he's got so much stuff and so much cool stuff too. So.
Oh yeah.
Let me turn that off because that doesn't need to be on.
But yeah, Gary goes to a lot of open mics up in Albuquerque. They've got quite a few. We used to have a lot more. We're kind of on the low side here this last couple of years.
Yeah,
but we're okay.
You were telling me that there used to be a lot more, like one every week if you wanted. Back in the day, no?
Well, the thing is, we had at least one every night of the week. Every night of the week. But yeah, after COVID hit and all the lockdowns, it hasn't quite bounced back like I'd hoped it would be. I lost my favorite open mic because it was the first one I was going to. Wow. And actually, Icebox over on Picacho.
Oh, you telling me about that?
Yeah, Adrian Batista and Dave Olguin were running that together.
Whoa.
And the first time I went out there, honestly, I hadn't been around people much, and I was like, well, I'll go out for a little bit and I'll just leave. Well, I had a beer. That's good. Give me a second one. And I was like, I've been there a little bit. I was like, yeah, I'll just get one more.
Probably sign up a little bit. Maybe.
Get three. You have 3 beers and then just enjoy the show. And I'll leave a little bit after having the third one.
Feeling cute, might play a song.
I could. There was no way I was playing anything. I didn't know how to do any of it. But I was like, I drink. I know what a beer will do to me. I know how many beers I can have in a time period and everything be good.
Responsibly.
Yeah. So I had the third beer. I said a little bit later, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to get out of here. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. Being around people was not an easy thing for me. And I got up and I was going to start packing up my stuff and go pay my bill. And the room went like this. And I sat down. I pulled out that menu and I read it a little closer, including the alcohol content of all the beers. When you go to a brewery, don't treat it as if you're ordering Budweiser's in a regular bar. The alcohol content was a lot higher, so I ended up right there till the end of the night shutting the place down because I had no choice. I needed that extra hour or so to be good to go. So
I get me my seltzers or something because I've never been too big on beers, but I like nice sweet things. So seltzer or like a wine, I get halfway in, I'm all let's go. We'll go all night. What are we playing?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I got a message about open mic from Brian Clark on my Facebook just now. He says, you got guitars for use by broke ass musician asking for a friend, ... me, ... I'm the friend. Yes, actually, I don't. I'll send him a message because I don't know if he's watching or not. But yes, I've got my 12 string that I play out there. It's there, and I also bring a nice little Washburn 6 string acoustic. So yeah, there's guitars there for you to play, and I'm comfortable with people playing either of my guitars.
And if I'm there, people can play mine too.
Oh yeah,
Someone
just
was asking me the other day that
you just
like,
got to know how to play a 5 string guitar is all.
she should have the 6 string come next week.
There you go.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just I'll have another one broken by
Yeah.
next week as a challenge.
You had some friends that came out, and one of them got up and played, and you got up and accompanied him.
Yes, my buddy Cameron.
Yeah, he plays bass, and he was messing around with your guitar, and he put it away, and you'd hand it back to him again. I was like, no. I was like, put that guitar down. I handed him my 12 string. He says, you ever mess with one of these? No. And he looked like I just handed him, he was a little kid. I just handed him a whole bunch of candy.
He loved it, bro. He loves 12 strings.
Yeah.
And he always likes he's always really, really liked, he's real good at those little like licks and fills and everything from all of the great classic hits. And he likes everything. He's the one who invited me out to the Reverend Horton Hewitt. Heat. Yeah. Reverend Horton Heat coming in February.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, in February. And he's taking me out to a couple of cool shows out there like that. Sorry, things coming loose.
You'll like the Reverend. He's cool.
I want to check it out. Yeah, he showed me to. He's turned me on to a lot of cool bands lately. Mm-hmm. And we went and saw the Melvins. Yeah, we went and saw the Melvins in El Paso.
Cool.
At the Lowbrow.
Yeah.
They got some cool shows out there. Mm-hmm. And it was them. And I don't know who the 2 bands were that opened up from, but they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so if you ever get a chance to go check that place out, that's a cool place to go check out, man.
There's some cool places in El Paso. We went up there at one point, basically handing out information to try to get some gigs. And
the dues, bro.
And there's some cool places. There's some places I didn't know existed. We found one that neither of us had ever noticed before.
Yeah.
I forget what the name of the place was, but yeah, there was one of them. Almost all the buildings are built out of big old railway storage containers.
Oh yeah, that place was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, we kind of stumbled into the smoke shop area of the thing because we couldn't find the front door for the bar.
Yeah, they had the cigar lounge.
Yeah, it was cool.
Then we found the bar, but I was like, "There's no way there's room for a musician in here."
Yeah. But they had all these little, back patios and stuff that were kind of made with that. It's like, that'd be kind of cool to have music going on out there.
That was over there on Mesa, wasn't it?
Kind of by right over there by Alamo Draft House. Mm-hmm. So,
which apparently you got at the Alamo Draft House. We ended up getting a number.
Yeah.
For the lady who's supposed to be in charge to see about playing music there.
Yeah.
At the Alamo Draft House.
Wouldn't that be awesome if that comes up? I don't know. I haven't heard anything back from anybody, but that tends to be the norm. You get a whole bunch of silence, and then all of a sudden you get a phone call from somebody. Usually somebody canceled out. They need somebody like right now.
Right.
Let's face it. That's kind of the life of the whole thing.
It's never, would you like to, in like March, plan this out? And we'll get it all set and have a whole event. So
it's more like we need somebody in 3 hours.
If you can't be here, bro, sad day.
Yeah.
Sad day.
So, since you got your guitar out, why don't you play something for us?
Let me see if she's in tune. She doesn't like to stay in tune since she lost a tooth. As the kids say, good enough for rock and roll. That's worse. How is that worse? Why is that worse? That's better. Alrighty. Any requests, Randy? It's too early for my brain to be thinking right now.
Careful, that's for Baby Shark again.
Well, I gotta do a punk version, huh? Alright. I've been messing around. Well, we could sail away, or catch a freight train, or a rocket ship into outer space. Nothing left to do. Too many things were said to never make you feel like yesterday did. The seasons must come separate ways. We blame it on anything. Let's blame it on the rain. We knew it all along. We have to write this song. Too young to follow. Guess I knew it all along. But that's alright. Yeah, that's okay. We were two kids in love, just smiling through the pain. That's alright. Yeah, that's okay. Let's turn the page. Man, it's weird without that string. My friends called today, down from LA. They were shooting for a night, sleeping half of the day. They said I could crash if I could find my own way. I told them you were leaving, no bus to go away. And that's alright, yeah, that's okay. We were two kids in love, just smiling through the pain. That's alright, yeah, that's okay. Let's turn the page. Said, girl, don't go away, man. Girl, just go away. I said, girl, don't go away, man. Baby, just go away. I said, girl, don't go away, man. Girl, just go away. I said, girl, don't go away, man. Girl, just go away. Yeah, yeah.
Good job, man.
That's a good start. That's a fun one. I've had that one stuck in my head for like weeks.
They're a cool band.
Guns N' Roses.
By the way, if anybody wants to hear you playing anything, you accidentally joined a band and a stage show at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's up online now. All the stuff is there. So yeah, Rio Grande Theater, the Blank Conversations Theater Company is going to be taking over the building and putting on Green Day's American Idiot.
Yes, I was fortunate enough to get asked to be part of that.
Yeah.
And so I got to do my homework and get ready for all of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't throw me out because I'm very much a feel it out, free flow type of musician.
Right.
And you're not supposed to do that for like theater things.
Yeah, you got some singers on stage. You got to make sure that they stay in that zone there. So
it's all right. If I can do it all willy-nilly with random people, I think we can do it with people that are practiced.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is going to be starts on January 20th. So it's coming up fast.
Yes.
We're almost out of December. This is the Rio Grande Theater, 211 North Main Street. You can get tickets by going to riograndetheater.org. What does it show us? I'm not seeing anything about price of tickets. I'm not sure what the ticket prices are. So let's find out real quick. Let's go to riograndetheater.org. Oh, shoot. That ain't bad at all.
And probably what,
For-
$30 if that?
For a live show, this one was actually $25 a ticket. That's not bad at all.
Go check it out, guys. It's gonna be fun.
So yeah, they're going to be doing January 20th and January 21st. They'll be having 7 p.m. shows. On the 22nd, they'll be doing a 2 p.m. Then 27th and 28th, 7 p.m. And then 29th, they'll be doing a 2 p.m. show again. Doors open about 1 hour before the show begins. They do have concession stuff, including they got alcohol.
They're probably either gonna have me tied to a stake in the back, or I'm gonna be fenced in to where I can and can't move.
Well,
Because this is gonna be fun either way.
you should have told them don't fence you in.
You can't put me in trying to put me in a box, bro.
Yeah.
Cage me in. You can't do that.
So, some of the other stuff that's going on out here. This Saturday at 8 p.m., Amara Winery is going to be doing their New Year's Eve party.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 8 to 9, Nick Brower is going to be playing. I'm not sure who that is.
DJ, isn't it?
DJ the Boogeyman is going to start at 10 until midnight.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Nick Brower is
Nick
apparently...
Brower, that's
cello.
Yes, that's my buddy with the cello. Circleverse.
I know who this guy is. Okay, yeah.
I still don't know if he's going by Circleverse or Nick now.
Oh, this is unusual for Amaro. They're doing a $10 cover charge for the thing. It doesn't include a toast drink.
Nick's cool to watch. He does magic with that cello, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I had showed up early once to because he owns the house that Lazorco Studios is at. And he treats it like a little venue, and he'll host little shows sometime.
Yeah.
And they asked me to go out to that, and I showed up early, and he had his cello out. And I was like, oh, I forgot my fiddle. And he actually had one. So we were sitting there jamming with the cello and violin before the show.
Oh, that's too awesome, man.
It was fun, man.
Cool. Yeah, we won't even get into the whole thing with you and that fiddle.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that thing's fun.
2 months it took you to figure it out, and then you're playing it.
It's the same as a guitar, man.
It's the same as a guitar, man. Only to you. Today, also tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock tonight, it's karaoke out there. They're still doing the karaoke thing.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if they've moved it inside or if it's still outside. I know they ended the open mic out there.
If they're outside, stay warm, Zeta.
Yeah, that's rough. This Saturday, also starting at 9 p.m., Party Tenders is going to be doing a New Year's Eve party at Rad Retrocade.
No.
They're saying largest New Year's Eve party in Las Cruces. Really, you can say it all you want. There's no way to tell what that means. But yeah.
Cruces is just one big New Year's Eve party, bro.
Oh, yeah. And that's something I do not do. So I won't be out there at any of these places. I don't do New Year's Eve parties. Era Snow is going to be playing at Truth or Consequences Brewing Company here in Las Cruces this Sunday at 2.
She's been playing everywhere lately. It's cool. Actually,
Sundays are good for me.
I saw her recently. Have you ever been to Woody's? I don't know if it's like a gift shop or something like that, or an art studio. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's.
I don't know. I never heard of it.
I think it's labeled as a gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Woody's Gift Shop, and it's right there in Midtown. Well, you have Midtown and a couple blocks down right there.
Okay.
And man, it's just this cool little store. The people who own it are lovely, down to earth people.
There's some cool stores just off of the downtown area.
It's right next to the Atomic Records, or whatever it's called. Right there.
Atomic Records is another one of the cool places down there.
They're all right there on that little strip.
Yeah.
Woody's is just around the corner.
Okay.
And man, they got art in there. They got all kinds of music stuff. That's all kinds of cool stuff in there. Go check it out if you haven't had a chance to.
Yeah.
Woody's Gift Shop.
Very cool. Let's see. Tomorrow at 7, if you don't want to come out to my open mic, gonna make me feel bad. Um, they're doing karaoke at Little Toad Creek. I won't throw too much of a guilt trip on anybody, but yeah, they're doing karaoke at Little Toad Creek tomorrow as well.
Oh yeah.
Amaro Winery.
Sipping
They're going to be
thing.
doing No, this is weird. They're going to be doing karaoke. What was it? 7? Did I say? Yeah, 7 p.m. They're going to be doing karaoke. So I'm assuming it's going to be outside then, because starting at 6 at Amaro Winery today, speed dating.
Speed dating, huh?
Yeah. Weird. I've only seen it in movies, and it's always kind of made fun of. I don't know what that means, but yeah, they're gonna have speed dating. They're starting at 6 tonight.
It's like dating, but
faster. Great. Whiskey Dick's is going to be doing a New Year's Eve party this Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. and going till 2 a.m.
I forget those dudes are a thing, dude.
It was weird because you weren't never sure if they were open, and all of a sudden you see all these names showing up there. It's like, well, they must be open now. I haven't actually been in there since the COVID restrictions lifted, so that's been a while. I need to go check the place out. What we need is Frank Ray to come back and play, because that's when I would find myself at Whiskey Dick's, every time he'd come out. And usually I'd end up running into somebody. The last time I was out there, Frank Ray was playing, and I walk in there and I hear somebody yelling my name, and I look over and I see this cute little blonde in a cowboy hat and boots.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
And I can't quite place her because the outfit doesn't work in as far as my brain being able to recognize her, because it's so far out of the norm. This is Daisy Blue.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, she looks good in the cowboy stuff and the country stuff, but it threw me so far off I couldn't recognize her at first. It took me a minute.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, let's see. Who is this? Ooh, this looks like a good one. Blue Moon Bar and Grill is going to be doing a New Year's Eve party this Saturday, 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Prime rib dinner, live music by Ree Wolf Band, champagne toast at midnight, free party bus ride, party favors, $100 per ticket admission. That's
too rich for my
wow. Dad. I mean, it's a prime rib dinner included, so I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, that's too much." You're getting a good meal, but I think I'll be staying home. I'll pretend I'm going to watch the movie New Year's Eve, and then I won't, because I hate those movies. That one and Valentine's Day, horrible movies.
Never seen them.
Oh, I've tried and I can't get through them. Amador Live is this Saturday, 5 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. They're going to be doing their New Year's Eve bash. Early bird seating starts at 5. All-nighter seating starts at 7:30. Seating includes cover. Where is your cover? They have a cover. It is some sort of amount. I don't know what the amount is. I don't see where it says anywhere what the cover is. There is a cover. Bring some bucks. I don't know. But yeah, DJ Neckel Kid is going to be playing on the roof at the rooftop lounge out there. I've heard of it. I've never been out there. This is Amador Live.
Oh, up on Jack's? Yeah, because it's Amador 575.
Yeah, it's all
Broken
right there.
Spoke,
yeah,
and then Jack's is up top.
It's basically one place, but a whole bunch of different places combined.
Yeah, it's like 4 different bars all right there. It's cool.
It's kind of like what we had with Graham Central Station, except on steroids.
Is Graham still a thing?
No, they're long gone. Yeah, that didn't do so well after a while. Yeah, the Vibes Band is going to be playing with Stinger J inside Amador Live, so you've got some choices out there as well. Yeah, and today at Salud at 6 p.m. They're going to be doing the December Rainbow Drinks. It's the Southern New Mexico Pride Group is going to be out there. I really need to go out there sometime and see if there really are rainbow drinks, because that's just awesome.
Rainbow drink, huh?
Yeah. Let's see who else. Yeah, there's Ree Wolf playing at Blue Moon. Paint and Sip at Rio Grande Winery tomorrow at 6:30. Oh, I keep getting all this stuff for. Oh, here we go. El Paso Live. If you want to make a trip to El Paso Live on Saturday at 7 is going to be doing the Nutcracker. Live presentation of the Nutcracker. Last time that I performed the Nutcracker, I almost ended up in the hospital. It was a different type of Nutcracker. There was no music. Of course, just for BJ Ramirez's sake, so that he knows we haven't forgot him. This Saturday, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the Spank Down New Year's Eve kink party.
Yeah, BJ.
and at the Rock House Dive Bar in El Paso. So yeah. Hey, he's supposed to be back on Saturday. Maybe he can make it out there in time for
He might,
for
bro.
that.
He'd be
Yeah.
crushed if he can't.
Yeah, flogging and spanking demonstrations, sadomasochism performance,
Make
goddess
sure you
worship.
got proper form.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's an open mic in El Paso at Old Sheepdog Brewery tomorrow at 8. That's kind of cool. They need to pick a different night. Then we could swap off going to open mics. But yeah. So we're not looking at a whole bunch of musical acts that are playing right now.
Not a whole lot more.
Just because of the time of year, the holidays, plus the temperatures. But it will pick up as the New Year gets into play. Yeah, apparently Speaking Rock today, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. they're going to have Steel Queen Acoustic out playing, a pop rock cover band. And
pop rock cover band, eh?
I don't see a price on this. A lot of Speaking Rock's concerts like this are free. So that could be kind of cool.
I saw Sublime with Rome
Mm-hmm.
out there recently, and that was cool, man. It was Sublime with Rome and Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, before the whole COVID thing hit, I got to see John Party out there. Free concert for John Party at when his popularity was just starting to climb big, and that was awesome. I'm now personal friends with John Party. Okay, I'm on his text list, and I get text messages that sound like they're personal, but yeah, he has no idea. Yeah, he's got 200,000 personal best friends. He doesn't know a single one of them. Anyway. What a bad thing. Hey, I know, on the off chance that your girl listens to the show today, because after all, you're on. So
this one's for you, my love.
I tell you what, it's neat to be out there and watching these two and the way they act towards each other.
We just have fun. We have so much fun.
There are certain lines in some of his songs that when they come up, I look over in their song and in her poetry when she's when she's talking about she'll find a good man, and I watch her eyes cut right over to him immediately every time. So
I live for that.
it's so cute, and then I need to take a little bit of Pepto to calm my stomach because it starts gurgling. Because it's that kind of cute.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, you guys don't tend to make it out at the beginning of the night, so you don't get to hear me play.
We were trying to last time.
It's not the easiest thing to do. So your 6 o'clock is, and there's some people who manage it. There's some people who can't.
One of these days we will, bro.
But yeah, there's certain songs I haven't played because I figured I'll save them until Alondra comes out, because most of my stuff is very country.
Yeah.
But I have a handful of stuff that she likes because it's rock bands. And of course, everybody knows that I do this one if they've been around at all. Here's a little Pretty Reckless, just for your girl.
This one's for you, Alondra.
Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody makes my medicine. You heard where you sleep, sleep where you lie. Now you ain't beating, now you're gonna cry. Got a woman to the left, a boy to the right. Start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody makes my medicine. Don't know what I'm on. Somebody makes my medicine. Baby, it's all gone. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody's in my head again. Somebody makes my medicine again, again. I'll take what you leave, smoke what you sigh. Straight across the room with a look in your eye. Got a man to the left, a girl to the right. Start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody makes my medicine. Don't know what I'm on. Somebody makes my medicine. Baby, it's all gone. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody's in my head again. Somebody makes my medicine again, again. You heard where you sleep, sleep where you lie. Now you indeed, now you're gonna cry. Got a woman to the left, a boy to the right. Start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody makes my medicine. Don't know what I'm on. Somebody makes my medicine. Baby, it's all gone. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody's in my head again. Somebody makes my medicine again. Again, again, again. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody makes my medicine.
That was cool, bro. I've never got to play that one with you.
You were not only playing it, you were singing a little bit of backup. I was like, yeah, keep going, sing more. That was awesome.
I usually kind of draw a blank after the first.
Well, you know, it's a fairly simple one if I can play it, so.
You got it, bro.
But yeah, the first time that you brought her over here and we were all kind of hanging out and playing, and I pulled that out, and her reaction was like, oh yeah, I got to do that more often.
She loves that song. She loves music.
Oh yeah.
And it's rare for me to find people who love music the way I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of them. She's one of them.
Yeah, but I'm not as cute, so you know. I accept it. I accept it.
What was that? I was singing. I was playing a song, and Randy goes, "Thought that song was about me for a second, man." And I was like, "Don't worry, Randy. You're spiritually, bro. You're there."
Yeah. I'll tell you what. One thing for sure, you come out to this open mic. I don't hold back much of my my sense of humor. I don't have to.
There's no reason why you should.
I did ask the owners at one point, how do you feel about content, specifically harsh language? There was a time in this town that if you went, I was going out and singing, karaoke in bars at one point, and it hit a point that there were certain songs that you weren't allowed to play because of the language. It might offend somebody, and I was like, it's a bar. What the hell is going on? It's a bar. You should have a certain amount of uh, maturity
Yeah.
if you're out in a bar where you can handle some language that,
Oh my
you
God,
know,
he said a bad word.
oh my God, he dropped an F-bomb. I guess my night is ruined. No, it should never be that. But it's the way it is. And I got kind of used to that. And so I asked him, over there at Picacho Peak, how do you feel about this sort of thing? Do we need to have certain limits? And he looks at me and says, dude, it's an effing bar.
That's the response you deserve.
I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah, I mean, there are limits, but it's not so much a language limit, it's an obnoxious limit. Don't be obnoxious, don't be a jerk about things. But yeah, there's no limit to what you can put on. If your language is harsher, don't worry that people are going to get offended and you're going to be asked never to come back. That's not going to happen.
Check it out.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, I've told some racier jokes up there. I told one that was just way too old, and still everybody laughed. And, one of the guys, I was like, let me go back over it because I was getting hooked up, getting his. It was actually Gary. I was getting his ukulele plugged in, and I made a comment as I was going back because he's sitting there trying to play it, and of course nothing's coming out. Well, I've got my controls for the sound over on the table back away from where I was at. And I says, hold on a minute, let me go over here and turn you on. And I said, no, I won't even have to talk dirty to you. Everybody starts laughing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but that's an old joke, spirit, man. But yeah, everybody just kind of kicks back and has fun. And
that's how it should be.
Yeah. It feels more like a bunch of friends hanging out than anything else.
And that's what it should be, and that's nice. It's a little more laid back of an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Than it was at a lot of the other ones I go to.
Yeah. It's the thing about an open mic is that just because you've been to one doesn't mean you know how they all feel.
Yeah, everyone's different. I haven't been to a single open mic because Damian's was way different than Amaro's, and Amaro's was way different than like the ones with Baker. And even Baker's open mics, they were kind of different between the Rio Grande and Vintage.
Oh yeah. And basically you gotta find what feels good for you. And it's kind of fun to figure out, not only to go out and check this stuff out, but to find what fits you and what doesn't. Yeah. I personally really like the open mics, like what Damian was running, what Adrian and Dave were running.
I never got to go to Adrian's and Dave's, but Damian's was a lot of fun. It was a little more similar to like what you're doing.
Yeah, and I've heard a bunch of people compare it that way, and I was like, I'm happy with that. I think that's a good comparison for me to be like, yeah, if I'm getting compared to what Damian was doing, I feel like I'm right on track for what I was looking to do. So yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I'm already been thinking about what it is I want to eat.
Their stuff is delicious.
Yeah,
bro. Check it out, guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, they've got and they've got all sorts of cool burgers. The 575 burger, which is basically a cheeseburger with green chili. They have one called the Hangover Burger. American cheese over easy egg, bacon, green chili, lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickles. Yeah, and you can they've got the regular French fries or the sweet potato fries that you can get with the meal. For an upcharge, they've got onion rings, queso fries, poutine fries, and chili cheese fries. But really? Yeah, their
burger. I didn't even know they had all that.
Yeah, well, their burger and fries, it's $13.75. So that's not bad for a loaded up burger.
Not at all, man.
They even got a vegan burger up there too. What? But yeah. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Bring your phone. They have these little Q codes up in different places. You click on one of those and it'll bring up the menu automatically. Or you can just go to their webpage, Picacho Peak Brewing, and it's right there as well. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so I think that's about all we got going on.
Everything happening?
Yeah. Unless you want to do something really cliched. And so, what's your New Year's resolution for the year?
To hopefully get better at music. I don't know. Maybe know what I'm doing someday.
Yeah. Well, I actually do have one this year, and that's
you?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it harder.
What's your New Year's resolution?
I've hit it a little bit this year, but this next year I'm gonna hit it harder to get my name out there and get playing different places.
Do it, dude. Like you've already got your feet under you. Just gotta push it now.
Oh yeah. And I may have found my 6 string that I want to accompany my 12. So
I told you it was gonna work. You were all worried. You're like, but the nut size is different. I was like, dude, it's the style of the guitar.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have one just like this. It's a 6 string. It's about $100 less. So I'm probably gonna go that route. I got to play with Rush Cleveland's guitar.
It was the same thing, but the 6 string.
Yeah, it's a 6 string Gretsch, and same color and everything. Because he saw this thing, and it's like you can miss that guitar. You're gonna notice that guitar, and he's like, "Yeah, I got one that looks just like that." Really awesome. And I was like, "Oh, it's something similar." No, it's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing. Well, it sounds like it's about $15 a string. Take 6 of them off of your 12, and it's $100 less and 6 strings lighter.
That's about it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get out there more often, and I've been doing better about getting out there and checking out other music. I may make it out this Sunday over to TRC Brewing, since Era Snow is going to be playing there in the afternoon.
That's cool.
Sunday afternoons are fairly easy to get out. Do a 2 p.m. showing. I almost said 2 a.m. Yeah. If anybody's playing at 2 a.m., oh my God, more power to you.
Underground punk circuit, bro. Jesus.
Yeah. Actually, wouldn't that be cool?
We have a couple of when I accidentally joined the metal band, the Black War, which they changed their name. It's like Volatile Anatomy or something like that. But there's little venues around here that some people run, and it's all about local punk or metal musicians, and it's a place for them to go jam, and nobody gets paid. It's just people just go to jam and hang out, music. And man, that was cool. That was the closest I've ever gotten to the you go to the little gotta know the password backside underground punk scene of Las Cruces, and that was cool, man.
Like an old school speakeasy.
Yeah, anyone's invited, but if you didn't know it was going on, you would never know it was going on.
Right.
Because the windows are all blacked out and everything, so even with the lights and everything going, you can't tell what's going on.
God.
Parking lot with no lights or anything. Just looks like there's a bunch of cars that just broke down right there.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get stuff up where we can announce all that, but
right. I would love to know how to get a hold of all that and do all that.
That's cool. Yeah. So, Mr. Guitar Player, I think it's time for another song.
I'm just trying to fill in pretty little elevator music, bro.
Oh, please. I'm gonna make sure that you play a few. Yeah, you got to meet a let's say friend of mine. We'll leave it there for now. Since we're on the air, and there's some stuff that I'm there's some stuff that's new in my life, but I'm not really ready to talk about. But if a friend that one of the things that she absolutely loved when she got to meet you was we were sitting around the house, and you're sitting there with your guitar, and as we're talking, you're sitting there noodling, and she's just like, "That's the coolest thing ever."
I like to think that I'm reasonable when it comes to noodling. I like to think we can talk and we can just do nice, easy background stuff while we're talking.
Oh.
You get some people that just.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like,
BJ,
Jesus, bro, come on.
BJ tells a story about one of his friends that a lot of nervous energy. Sounds like some social anxiety going on with him. And yeah, basically he was over. They were all hanging out at his house one day, and the guy asked if he could borrow one of his guitars, and unplugged, just sitting there doing this. And of course, you couldn't hear anything. But
I remember that story.
just to get by, he's doing this thing. Then all of a sudden, he calms down, and everything's he's cool. Yeah, you got to have your fidget spinner. Your fidget spinner just needs to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, this is my idle animation, bro.
Now, if you can just do the ZZ Top thing and get a spinner on your guitar, so
how does he do that? You don't want to know.
I don't think that's comfortable. I saw the rig, and it's like, I don't know if I'd want to wear that.
Right?
But wouldn't it be cool to be playing some little gig at a coffee house or a brewery or something, and just in the middle of your song, just sit there and spin your guitar? Just to do it.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Rig something up. God, that'd be funny. Well, I got one for you. A little bit of Def Leppard. Dallas, if you're watching, this one's for you, bro.
If he doesn't watch live, he always watches after the fact, so.
You want to play this one with me? It's real easy. So it's pretty much just D, G.
Okay, you haven't lost me yet.
E.
Okay.
Then back up to that D. Yeah, that's all it is, though. So, out of me into you, yeah. Don't you try E, G. I'm in love, G. I'm in you, yeah. Don't think twice, G. Just a one-way street, yeah. And then you can just hang on C for this one. I gotta know tonight, if you're alone tonight, can't stop this feeling. D, can't stop this fun. E, there it goes. It's stereo when you get that feeling. Are you believing? It's such a magical mysterio when you get that feeling. Are you believing? It's such a miracle. Say you will go. Hysteria when you need D, G, E, G, back to that D, and then it starts over again. G, E, G. Out of me into you, yeah. Don't you hide. It's just a one-way street, yeah. I believe yeah. Don't you try to sweep me off my feet, yeah. Hang back on that seat. Gotta know tonight if you're alone tonight. Can't stop this feeling. D can't stop this fire. E gets hysterical, hysteria when you get that feeling. Who you believe in? It's such a magical hysteria when you get that feeling. Who you believe in? It's such a magical. Say you will, ooh girl. Hysteria when you kneel. Verse on a D. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. E. Back to G.
That's right.
G. E. G. What do you mean you can't learn on the fly? You got that,
Oh,
bro.
man. I was screwing up left and right, but the nice thing is there's so much of it you don't actually hear when you're listening. So
You got it, bro. You got it.
cool, man.
That's such a
Yeah,
fun one. Easy one.
Yeah, you didn't notice because you don't have headphones on. Yeah, I turned my volume down too, so it wasn't coming across real strong. Hey, I ain't stupid. I know my weaknesses.
You're good, bro. You're good. That's part of it, you know?
Yeah.
The more you do that, the quicker you're going to be like, oh, okay, I see, you know?
Maybe.
Start seeing the pattern like that. Just those 3 chords.
Yeah.
And then walks up, walks down, walks up, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, normally when you want something to play, you want me to play something with you, you're like, okay, yeah, it's got a G in it. Cool. Got a D in it. Cool. Got a B, B minor in it. Ass. What's wrong with you?
You obviously don't. That's not.
I
That's
gotta
not
use
me you're talking about because I don't ever say B minor, whatever.
or,
It's just a
or
B,
B,
bro.
or yeah, whatever it is.
Oh, it's the F. Yeah, I'm like, it's an F, bro. And he goes, I hate you. Why are you like this?
Yeah, I have to do the power chords because I suck at my fingers don't want to do that.
No one's fingers want to do power chords.
Yeah.
But they're the most useful chord you'll ever learn.
There are nights I sit here and that's all I do is back and forth on power chords, and I'm not there yet. But
what kind of punk guitarist are you, Randy? Don't do power chords.
Power. If I'm punk, then yeah, I'm doing all power chords.
Yeah. All power chords, punk all day, every day.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Oh my goodness.
I got another one for you that's easier. G, C, D. All
Oh
right.
God.
Just follow, it hangs in G, and then it goes to C, and then I don't remember if it goes back to G or to D. But it's those 3. You get it. Just follow me.
I'm
Ready?
kind of watching. Let me turn me back down a little bit.
Here it goes. Just hang in G till the words come in. Now I gotta remember the words. This is the steps. Far across deep blue water lives a lone German's daughter.
Oh God. Fraulein.
Yeah. Where I loved her and left her, but I still can't forget her, 'cause she is my pretty Fraulein. Fraulein, walk down to the river, pretend that your hands by the same stars above you. I swear that I love you, and you are my pretty Fräulein. At night I am dreaming of face I am seeing. It comes to me late in the night. A face that I remember, I cannot forget her, 'cause she is my pretty Fräulein. Fräulein, Fräulein, walk down to the river, pretend that your hands holding mine, and lungs up above you. I swear that I love you, and you are my pretty Fräulein. That's a good one.
Yeah, you found my weak point. Well, one of my weak points. Basically, anything with a guitar is a weak point.
Man, you're good, bro. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. I think
That's-
it's funny
That's my
though.
skill.
Like I'm having to find, because we both strum very differently.
Oh, yeah.
You tend to be a lot more, but you can hold that better than I can.
Yeah.
So I'm all, so that I can sing and keep time while you're over there going. Yeah, I'm all.
Yeah, I'm just kind of backing off everything I do whenever I'm playing behind somebody. Yeah, I've gotten up there, and actually the first open mic got up there at the end of the night with BJ, and we did a song that we've been messing around with for a while, Southern Cross by Crosby, Stills and Nat. Crosby, Stills.
Yeah, you guys play that one all
Yeah.
the time. That's cool. I love that song.
And the thing is, yeah, he plays the song right, and I play it. I play almost all whole notes on a bunch of the song, because all I'm doing is let my guitar ring out with everything and give background sound. So I got the easier job.
Think of another one. I know songs. I just don't remember what songs I know.
Yeah, it happens. I got a bunch of stuff that are two pages. We're not going to do that.
You like power chords, bro?
I suck with power chords still.
You're good, bro. It's your turn.
I'll sit there and mess with the power chords up and down, and it's kind of fun, but so I got one that I got to get you a copy of so you can mess with.
Nice.
Because you said you wanted to learn how to play this thing.
It's such a shame you couldn't get a host who knows what they're doing. Instead, you got me, man.
Oh, please. No, you said you wanted to learn this song.
Oh, is this the one I think it is?
Yep. Well, boys, you've been asking how I met my bride. Was it just the way she looked, something deep inside? Well, how can I explain it? It's none of the above. It's what she did to me that I love. Well, she smacked my ass and she called me baby. Lost my heart right then and there, and boy, you told me maybe that redneck honey came along and saved me when she smacked my ass and called me baby. Of course, I was drinking, hanging with my friends. When I got cornered by an ex-girlfriend, suddenly this angel appeared out of thin air. She reached down and grabbed my derriere. Well, she smacked my ass and she called me baby. Lost my heart right then and there, and boy, they told told me maybe that redneck honey came along and saved me when she smacked my ass and called me baby. She said, now, honey, come back and sit with me. I don't remember it that well. It's been a while since I played it. 'Cause I can be the jealous type, as you can plainly see. We played the loyal couple and we got to talking. Once again, she let her fingers do the walking. Well, she smacked my ass and she called me baby. Lost my heart right then and there, and Georgia told me maybe that redneck honey came along and saved me when she smacked my ass and called me baby. Now I'm giving you time to play. We started us a family, got a mortgage and an IRA. We never miss a meeting of the PTA. My neighbors think they know us, but they would only blush if they only knew how much she loves my touch. Well, she smacked my ass and she called me baby. Lost my heart right then and there, and forced to tell me maybe that redneck honey came along and saved me when she smacked my ass and called me baby. Yeah, she smacked my ass and called me baby. You can tell it's been a while since I pulled that one out. But
That's cool, man.
yeah, I got to get you a copy of this so you can mess around with it.
I gotta warn you, I'm probably gonna cut like half of those chord changes out.
Hey, it's all good.
It's like
You don't play like me. I don't want you to play like me.
well, BJ does.
Fireball.
He does an excellent sad boy sound on Fireball, and you do your country sound, and then you give me this one, man. I just want to go. So I'm gonna turn into like a punk song, bro. I think you'll like it.
Well, here's the thing, and I've said this before. Okay, you got to listen to a performer do music, and for the most part, they do a song, and they're going to do it a lot like the original, and that's cool. When you have somebody who's doing a cover song and they take that song and they twist it into a totally different direction, that's when I get all sorts of excited about it. And so, yeah, I want to hear something different. If somebody's going to say, hey, I want to do one of your songs.
Yeah.
My first thought is, why do you want to do one of my crappy songs?
Man, you're a hell of a songwriter, bro. Definitely don't give yourself the credit you deserve.
Oh, I got to be real careful with that. I'm not getting an inflated head.
Yeah, I got to make sure your head can fit through the door. Huh?
That's true. And yeah, I don't want to float off into the atmosphere. I'm heavy. I'm not that heavy. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what you do with that, because that's just fun. That was sitting there for the longest time in bits and pieces, and it's actually kind of based on a true story, because I have a friend that I wrote this about her. She was basically posing as my girlfriend to get me away from an ex, because she was afraid of me spending too long with her, and didn't know what was going on over there, and I don't know if he needs help or not, and you don't have any signs so I can know to go help him. So yeah, she comes up, and I mean, when I say I see in the
Hurry
song,
up, the
I said,
meaty handful.
yeah, in the song I said she smacked my ass. No, she reached up and grabbed and squeezed, and I was like, okay.
Get yourself a handful.
But I play that, and she gets mixed feelings because she sits there and blushes a little bit, but she also gets a kick out of the fact that there's a song about her. I ran into her at Golden Corral the other day, and she's gonna try and come out to one of the open mics. I was like, cool, you come out and I'll play that song.
That's awesome, dude.
But yeah,
That's funny, bro.
it was cool to be able to finish writing a fun song for a change, because yeah, most of my stuff will make you want to go out and hang yourself.
I had written me one of those happy, fun, silly country songs, and I actually played it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect me to play it today because I don't remember what the hell.
No,
how it
you
goes at
kind
all.
of got to have your notes with you.
Yeah, you gotta have everything with you. With that country one that I played for you that one time,
Mm-hmm.
something about everyone's you're broken, you're not the same. You're right. Because now I'm having a lot more fun, you know.
We may have to have a group get together once in a while and just play songs so that you get to play that stuff over and over again until you get it down.
I've actually got everything pretty set now. I got everything mastered, all my drums, bass, guitar, got everything figured out so that I can actually start recording the originals.
Yeah.
And by recording them, you have to do them a billion times, so they're probably going to stick pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll get partway through it and it's like, okay, that's worthless. I can't use that. Yeah, when you're playing live, mistakes are cool. When you're sitting there recording, you're gonna freak out over every little mistake, even if it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, as soon as you freak out over it, you're done. You got to start over. So
all over again, different instrument. Let's go.
It's actually why I do stuff like this. I did my political podcast that I was doing all live, because screw it. If you mess up, you've only got one speed on your gas pedal, and that's all the way to the floor.
Right?
You just got to keep going, man.
I think that's how you learn how to get better quicker too.
Oh yeah.
You get people who are so worried about messing up that they end up not doing anything.
Yeah.
But if you do that, then you're never going to do anything.
Well, the thing is, when it's either been a song that somebody's been playing that I know well enough that I can tell when they mess it up, or I hear somebody, after they finish, say, yeah, I really messed that one up. And it's these seasoned professionals who've been playing for a very long time. And I'm talking, the main one that I'm talking about is C.W. Ion. I look at him as like the pinnacle of local skill when it comes to playing. The guy is a monster on his guitar.
He's put the time in, and that's really,
yeah.
That's what it all is, man. You just put the time in, and he's definitely done that.
And you realize that he's not clean, not ever.
Oh no.
He makes mistakes left and right.
Yeah,
and
if you watch him, especially like he plays a lot with the slide. He doesn't. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you see him, and he'll go to. And sometimes you can see him go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it doesn't matter.
And I've talked to him. Yeah, I've talked to him afterwards. He's like, "Yeah, I really messed that part up." And it's like, I never heard you mess it up. But the fact that that everybody screws up kind of makes it a little bit better.
It's not even really like, as a musician who goes through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even it's not even like, oh, they messed up. You can tell they messed up because of the face they make when they're doing something.
Oh yeah.
You're like, man, you could have done that on purpose if you just.
It's actually why I like playing gigs that are outside in the summer with the sunlight out, because then I can wear sunglasses and nobody sees.
I laugh when I mess up. I'll be all.
Yeah. Well, and quite frankly, it adds a little something, because suddenly you're not watching some guy who happens to be a virtuoso or anything. You're watching a real person up there playing, and that changes the whole thing. Yeah, CW and the Longhairs were playing it tomorrow one night, and one of the songs that CW loves to play is a song called Amos Moses by Jerry Reed, and it's not an easy song. Um, the guitar licks are difficult. The words are incredibly difficult and very rapid fire. And he reached a point in that song, and he sung a verse, and then he's playing the little in between, and then he sings the next verse, and he's singing the verse that he just finished. And you could hear it as it hit him what he was doing, and he's trying to get out of it. So he basically just riffs for a while, and then he comes back and he tries to play it, and he tries to sing, and he sings that same verse again, and he's like, okay, we're just gonna end this song. So he went to basically the musical into the song and finished it out. It's like, yeah, you hit a point, and it's like, yeah, all you could do is just try to ride the bull till the end of the ride.
Oh yeah, man.
Get off in one piece.
Is there 2 or 3 verses in this song? Because we're doing the first verse for all of them.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's the second verse.
And I've heard you do stuff where there's songs. It's like, well, I don't know the other verse of this song, so I'm gonna sing the first verse a couple of times. Yeah, okay, cool.
But it's that weird thing. I remember there was one person who was like, they're being a critic, and they're like, I had to leave your show because you should practice more. And I was like, first off, what the hell are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is what I do for a living, and I like to think I'm at least pretty well practiced enough to not be terrible enough to be told I need to practice. I'm always practicing. What do you want from me? And they're like, I know every word to your songs, and you mess them up a lot. And I go, and you're focusing on the wrong part of the show. It doesn't matter. And they're like, yeah, sometimes you'll do the wrong verse or whatever. And I go, that's your problem, is you focus too much on the little things.
And the thing is, it's real easy to pass judgment on people who are up on a stage performing when you're the one who's not on that stage performing.
Exactly. These big words from somebody who doesn't do what I do.
Yeah. And, when I was doing the DJ thing more regularly, I was also doing the KJ thing, and I was running karaoke shows. And every once in a while, it wasn't really common. There were some bad things with dealing with karaoke people that I could sit here and complain about. But for the most part, you didn't get this. But every once in a while, you get somebody who'd sit there and somebody would sing something, and these people, one of these people would get up and they just jump on them for how bad they were. By the way, their name was never on the sign-up sheet. They never got up and sang, but they wanted to sit there and pick on somebody who did something that may have been really scary. It might have been the first time they ever did it.
That's why I always say, even if it may be hard to listen to sometimes, I'm always happy and will always encourage people to come on out and get on up. Doesn't matter how bad you are or whatever, because the fact that you're out here trying says volumes more than sitting there criticizing when you haven't even done anything. It's easy
well, I had a line, especially for anybody who came up for the first time to sing a song at karaoke, because almost all the time they'd finish up and they'd say something about how bad they were. I really sucked. That was really bad. I'm sorry. This sort of stuff. And I'd stop and say, hey, did you have fun? Yeah.
Especially karaoke.
What else do you want?
It's not about being good. That was one of the first rules I learned with karaoke.
Yeah.
It's not about being a good singer. It's about having fun.
And quite frankly, the same thing with an open mic.
Yeah,
it's the same sort of thing.
Same thing.
A lot of times people are up there, they're trying out stuff they've never played in front of people before.
Yeah, I played Selena the other day. I never played Selena. That's a cool.
Yeah.
What was it?
I saw the movie. You're mispronouncing it. Her name is actually Salinas.
Salinas, bro. Yeah. Anything for Selena.
I'm sorry, we'll get your bumper fixed. No, this fell off from Salinas's bus. It's going on my wall.
It's going on the garage. It's a big old sign. Like sometimes Alondra does that to me. We'll be doing something. I go, you don't have to do that. And she goes, anything for Truman.
Oh, she's fun. We were sitting here getting into Spanglish one night. And I was kind of watching you and BJ, and you're following along a little bit better. Poor BJ.
He's like, You guys are doing this so wrong.
Yeah, he's an LA Puerto Rican who spent a lot of time in Michigan, Missouri. Sorry. Um, and I'm a white guy who's lived down here my entire life, and actually didn't have a white friend until just before I went into high school.
Yeah,
So
you're saying.
what can I say? There's certain things you fall back on out here. There's a culture, and it has nothing to do with race a lot of times. It has to do with who you hung with.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, well, you don't get it because you're white or whatever." I'm all, first off,
Isn't that horrible to hear?
Yeah, I'm like, first off, you son of a bitch. This is New Mexico. Okay, it doesn't matter the color of your skin.
Well, your last name is Provencio.
Provencio. Yeah, Provencio. Say. And it's like, this New Mexico.
Yeah.
If you're born and you grew up here, it's all the same shit. What are you going to tell me next?
Well, there's this wonderful song by a local artist, I can't remember his name right now, called Christmas in New Mexico. And he's sitting there talking the song about everything that's specific to Christmas in New Mexico. And he mentions, people who've moved here says all you have to do is try to fit in, and you'll be a nativo in no time.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'll get embraced immediately.
Yeah, that's part of the culture.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my friend. All right, well, does your friend like food? What do you want? Come on in, bro. Let's get you some food, a drink. You want a beer? What do you want, man?
The only thing that really separates out, you can tell what kind of a person you are. The big two big questions out here: red or green?
State question.
And the yuppies who like Christmas. Okay, Christmas isn't bad, but and pozole or menudo.
Yeah, red or green, pozole or menudo.
And that's how you tell what sort of a person you are. You still fit in, but you just got to know that, because you don't want to give a pozole person menudo because they won't react well to it.
They will not like it. Like Alondra actually doesn't like menudo.
Yeah,
she prefers pozole. And me, I don't care. As you can tell from my streamlined design, me and food are friends, bro.
Oh yeah,
we don't have a problem here.
Oh yeah,
this isn't. I was telling Alondra the other day. I was like, you know what this is? She goes, what? It's a dust cover. Underneath, we got all the solid, still workings of a Greek god. But you can't let that get dirty, so you gotta have a nice thick dust cover. Plus it's winter time, so add a little bit extra. The dust is extra persistent in winter.
It's just too bad we can't put on the extra weight and then go hibernate for a few months. I don't know how long bears hibernate. I was about to say a number and I was like, I know I'm going to be wrong. I don't know bears.
Is a safe bet.
Yeah, I've never asked a bear how long they hibernate. It seems like a personal question.
It's pretty, yeah.
And they don't like it when you get close enough to ask them questions anyway.
You don't ask someone their age, you don't ask someone their salary, and you don't ask them how long they hibernate, bro. It's just rude. It's bad politics.
That's true. And you never try to register a bear to vote. That bears are more into to Star Wars and Star Trek, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, big fans of Darth Maul.
Damn it.
Yeah, horrible joke, isn't it? Oh man, alive!
All right, you got another one for me? Whose turn is it? I don't know.
Why don't you play one to finish this out? Because I don't know what to play.
Is it already time?
Yeah, we're there.
Whoa.
We started shooting the bull, and I don't want to have to put up a special rating, so we're shooting the bull.
Let me even think what I want to do. I thought I had it. You know what? Here's one I don't think I get to play very. I don't know if I've ever played it on the show.
No, you haven't.
Hey ho, let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Going through a tight wine. Getting in the background. Blitzkrieg Bob. Riding in the backseat. Generate seaweed. Moving to the backbeat. Blitzkrieg Bob. Hey, ho, let's go. Shoot 'em in the back now. What they want, I don't know, but they're all revved up and ready to go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Standing in a straight line, going through a timeline. The kids are losing their minds. Let's quit rock. Running in the backseat, generate steam heat. Moving to the backbeat, blitzkrieg Bob. Hey, ho, let's go. Shoot 'em in the back now. What they want, I don't know, but they're all revved up and ready to go. On the train line, going through a timeline. Kids are losing their minds. Blitzkrieg Bob. Blitzkrieg Bob. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go.
Dude,
That's always a fun.
love some Ramones, man. Gotta love those guys.
Gotta love them, man. I don't.
I saw them on their last tour before Joey died.
What?
Yeah, they came down here. I had a friend that she got 2 tickets. Pearl Jam was playing, and Ramones were opening for them. And she got a ticket for herself. She got a ticket for her boyfriend to surprise him.
Wow.
And he was talking about, oh, this is going to be so cool. And then he admitted to her he hates both those bands.
Ooh.
So she says, want to come? It's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we went up there. This whole group of younger people in the audience. And I was younger at the time. But they were way younger than me still. Yeah. The Ramones get up there, and all these kids are sitting in their seats, just like, how long is this going to go on?
It's the Ramones.
We're up on our feet, rocking out to the Ramones. And I mean, Joey is freaking awesome. He sits there, he plants his feet one in front of the other, like he's about to, like the wind is blowing and he's bracing against it. Holds the stand like this the whole time he performs, and he does not move. He holds that one pose. They play a song, and you hear the drummer immediately yell out 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go right into the next song, one after the other. And they went through tons of stuff.
That's awesome.
And we're sitting there rocking out, loving it. All these kids around us just sitting there like, oh, whatever. Pearl Jam comes out. All these kids jump up and they're carrying on and such. And we kind of, so we can still see a little bit. We sit on the back of our chairs. Little.
Yeah, just hop up a little bit.
Yeah, where you're sitting up on this, so you're able to see a little bit clearer. But it's like, yeah, we're done. And so unimpressed with Pearl Jam, but
Really?
oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I listen to an artist, part of what I listen to, I like the personality has to be there. I don't care how good of a performer you are. If you're a jerk, I'm not going to like you. And Eddie Vedder
Really?
is an a-hole like you wouldn't believe.
No.
Yeah, well, right off the bat. And if he'd been joking, he could have been like, oh, yeah, that's all rock and roll. No, he was dead serious. They play a couple of songs, and he starts introducing his band like you're supposed to. And he introduces all the members of the band. And then he starts he's about to start playing the next song. And his drummer, because he didn't introduce himself, and his drummer stands up, gets on his mic, and says, and Eddie Vedder. And of course, the place goes nuts. That's cool, right?
Yeah. Did he get mad at the drummer?
Vedder looks back over his shoulder at his drummer and says, F you, man. And I mean, there was nothing joking in it.
Had some venom behind it, huh?
I was like, dude, no, that's so classless. Um, and let's face it, with something like Pearl Jam, really Eddie Vedder is Pearl Jam. The band can change out. They're not quite Guns for Hire, but they're pretty close to it.
You change out everyone
Uh,
else, but you
yeah.
don't have
Uh,
any better.
so basically, what you're doing is you're abusing not only your bandmates, but in a way your employees.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? For a guy who's sitting there and just trying to do what you're uncomfortable with. BJ does it for me every time we do the show. I hate saying my name. I really hate saying my name. It's the hardest thing when I get up and play somewhere is having to introduce myself.
I like having a band and going, yeah, this is the band.
Yeah.
And I guess me too, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny and fun to do.
See, for me, it feels like too much ego.
Yeah, it's never an and me. It's all about, it's a
yeah.
These guys are amazing. Thank them for letting me on. I'm so thankful that they even let me back.
But you got to do it. And by the way, since I didn't, if you noticed when we started the show, I mentioned Truman Provencio. I did not mention Randy Lynch. I am Randy Lynch. Hello.
And this is Randy Lynch. The boy. I didn't even snap.
Nah, I tend to avoid it, and I do it just naturally. BJ caught me doing it, and that's the reason he gets on and does the opening announcement for the show, is because he's like, yeah, we're gonna say your name.
Yeah, it's BJ and Randy. Randy's the main host. He's just. I like to thank you for having me out because I always love coming out and just hanging out and jamming with you, bro.
Yeah, it's a blast, and I try. If y'all or if anybody is listening who wants to come on as a guest, or if you've been on as a guest and wants to come back, understand that I try not to ask too often. I try to invite too often because I don't want to feel like I'm demanding of you guys. But if you ever want to come on the show, just holler, and the answer is going to be yes. The only time that it's going to be like, well, how about the next week? Is if we've got like a ton of people in here, because we're not playing this whole 50s. How many people can we put in a phone booth thing? But otherwise, yeah. And we've talked about it. Maybe moving up I'm making some changes to my living room to make it a little bit more roomy.
We've been talking about
possibly doing a show in there at some point with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, doing some. We've been talking about like songwriters night too.
Yeah,
and just. That'd be cool though. A nice show with a whole bunch of people all jamming out.
Yeah, just kind of
throwing stuff back and forth.
And it might not even be inside. It might be outside with a nice fire going or something. Who knows?
Ooh, that's always nice.
They're talking about doing that at Picacho Peak for one of the open mics as it gets a little bit warmer. The weather is too unpredictable and unstable right now. Last Thursday we could have done it outside, but we didn't know that in advance because you can't tell. But it was nice and comfortable outside. I was wearing short sleeves and being outside, and it wasn't a problem. But you can't tell if it's going to be that or if it's going to be you better wear like 2 jackets and set yourself on fire to stay warm.
Oh my God, it's freezing.
But yeah, this only lasts for another couple of months. It'll start getting warm soon enough.
Yeah, but it warms up here pretty good, pretty quick. Yeah, I went and saw the parents for Christmas, and my dad pulled up all the footage of all the stuff going on in New York and everywhere else. And good God, I am thankful for where we live.
Oh, those people are crazy when it comes to something like that because they're out in that cold and it's like, oh no. I was born and raised here. When it gets about 68, 67, I'm wearing a jacket. No, I'm not playing that game. But, at the same time, when we're out here and it hits 100, 101, 102, people who aren't used to that, they have a problem, and I'm fine with it. So it all evens out.
I don't like it, but I can deal with it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on today, Truman.
Thank you for having me out, Randy. Appreciate you, brother.
This is fun, and we'll check you out in the new year.
Definitely.
Everybody have a happy new year.
You guys all have a good one.
BJ, take care of yourselves. Blessing. Take care of yourself and whoever's with you. I figure at least your wife is out with you.
Best wishes and safe travels, bro.
Yeah, be safe. And we love you. And we'll talk to you soon. And it'd be cool if I could find the button without it being a big long time. So it sounds, yeah, there we go.